guess we can rest a bit.
Woohoo!
Welcome back. Welcome back, Mangler3. I'm here. We're going to continue with Genshin Impact. There are several quests we got to get done before they expire. We'll start with those. One is from Fontaine, another one's like Fungus in Sumeru. Sounded like the game's already on. Let me double check. Genshin. There it is. Alright. Let's head on over. It says meet the strange engineer from Fontaine. Probably some scientist guy or something. Some Russian scientist. Sure is. This just doesn't qualify as a reproducible experiment at all. It's not that I don't want to help you, Patrice, but seriously, good luck to you here. There's nothing I can do here. Might as well go find something to eat. Yes, maybe bamboo shoot soup might do. Well, then you're pretty far from any place you can get some, mister. Aye, that's true, that's true. Wait, who are you? Why are you on this Archon Forsaken place? Suspicious. Hey, is that really that suspicious? Hey, where did you appear from anyway, Paimon? What are you saying? We came here together, didn't we? There's gotta be something Paimon can say in response. That's it. We're very suspicious indeed. But as some guy from Fontaine, and isn't your presence here even more suspicious? Huh. Is that how I appear to others? Well, you are from Fontaine. That's right. You two are the two of us are adventurers, so it's at least kinda normal for us to be here. But you're definitely a strange sight to see. Well, that does make some sense. Well met again, then, Mangler3 on the adventurer. And might I have your name, Fighting Fairy? Paimon's Paimon. Fair enough, then I too shall introduce myself. I am Anatoly, an engineer from the Fontaine Research Institute. I shall be plain with you. I am here at the behest of my superiors at the Institute to conduct some research into Liyue Cuisine. Liyue Cuisine is interesting, but I fear not. The Institute is an organization dedicated to the study of machines and energy. Though I do wish that we would have a gourmet department. That would be a capital notion. Well, I'm getting off topic. The sum of the matter is that I have a colleague who entered the Institute at the same time as me and has been researching minerals and elemental energy. If you've been around these parts, you might have met him. His name is Patrice. Would that ring any bells? I think I sort of remember. Paimon can't really recall much about him, but there is a guy from Fontaine fiddling with rocks around here. I'd wager that was him. Unlucky Patrice. According to his research directions, he would need a large and specialized batch of minerals from Liyue, but due to some budget and test site funding issues, along with other well-publicized reasons, so he couldn't conduct the experiment. Then, that's right, one day he took all his remaining funds and experimental equipment and vanished. Everyone said he'd finally gotten tired of the Institute and left with no more. I must say, I'd always believed that he could finish his experiments, but I'd never stooped to gossiping behind his back, unlike some people with nothing better to do than talking on others' backs. In any case, he finally returned alive and well a while ago, and with experimental results to boot. Ah, truly, the pioneering spirit of the researcher lives within him. According to him, he went to Liyue directly and set his experiment up here. And after overcoming various unimaginably tough obstacles, he finally finished his research project. Well, isn't that great? Sure sounds like it, or, well, does that all have to do with you, by the way? Sure sounds like it. Indeed, if the story had ended here, it would be an encouraging tale for the ages, but there's always a but, isn't there? His experiments here were, in fact, an illegal act. Not that I don't understand, though. If he had followed normal procedures, he would have been filing application forms and official statements for half a month and then some. But, of course, there was no one who could verify the experimental procedure, and the data he produced was overly detailed and complete. To quote the review document verbatim, it is almost as if it were simply spun out of thin air. Patrice insisted over and over that the data's completeness was due to the invaluable aid of the local adventurers guild. But the people upstairs weren't going to believe that, and so according to regulations, someone must reproduce the experiment to verify the data he obtained. So you mean some unlucky soul will have to come over here from Fontaine to do his experiment again, right? No, it's gonna be us. Who's that unlucky duck? Oh, who is it? I wonder. Well, it's me. I'm your unlucky duck. Patrice is a good fellow, so I did, in fact, want to help him. But I only realized when I got here that though the materials we need are easy to find, it's basically impossible to do the experiment by myself. Wait, but why? Patrice did the experiment by himself, so I have to do as well. I think that was their idea. Anyway, this organization can be blown sky high for all I care. Sky high? The Institute was once rocked by a massive explosion during a particularly catastrophic experimental failure. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, that explosion did not take the strange and redundant processes and the overly complicated management systems with it, and they have returned new and improved. Is it new or improved? Which one? You can't have both. Forget the data verification equipment, and even if I don't use the allocated funds, it will only go toward a futile lightening of next year's budget. I might as well go to Leeway and have a good meal. Oh, no wonder you were rambling about bamboo shoot soup earlier. But if you leave now, what about Patrice's research? If I hadn't met you, Mango 3 on the adventure in Pinemont, I would already have given up by now. But could you now help me finish the experiment and get the verification I need? I can see that it is not beyond your abilities. As for your remuneration, if we exclude traveling expenses, we still have 30% of our total funds left. Well, it's not really about the more, is it, Mango 3? Well, fine, we'll do it for Patrice. Or I'll do it if we get your share too, Paimon. Hey, come on, don't be so petty. That's not what Paimon was talking about. We'll help, but don't worry. We'll be taking that fee. Thank you both so much. Alright then, allow me to go through the content of the experiment. We can judge from the records Patrice left us that there exist minerals known as vibrocrystals. When the transmitter crystal half of the vibrocrystal set has been stimulated in a certain way, it will release a certain energy that will trigger a resonance with the receiver crystal half. This association is referred to as harmonics. It seems that these harmonics can produce a certain energy and some sort of resonance that will affect some specific targets. Anatoly, have you read his notes before? It's about right, anyway. These invented terms are just window dressing anyway. When it comes to experiments, only the data will never lie. In summation, you will have to engage in combat within the experimental area while under the effects of the vibrocrystals. Can you do that for me? Well, you could have said that sooner, you know. Mango 3 is really strong, so it'll be fine. Give it to me. Alright, let's begin as soon as possible. Let's just... hey, what are you doing? Sign like that, man. Bamboo shoot soup. Oh, stop falling at it already. During the event, you must split groups into 2 parties for the challenge. Before you start, you equip each party with harmonics schemes. Combine crystals and receiver crystals to obtain different contact buffs. Each crystal can only protect its radiation for one crystal Receiver, receiver. We've seen something this week. Alright. Okay, there's only 6 left. Okay, this is vaporize, meaning they want vaporize, which means we want water characters. It says normal, hard, or extreme. Let's start with normal. Actually, if you win on hard, no, it's just multiplier. Let's start with okay, we want water and fire. So let's use fire, water, water. I guess we'll save one of the waters for the other side. We'll do another extra fire, sure. You want me to choose spiral words? Okay. Blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, let's choose the highest power for these guys. How do you change? How do you get to the second group? I'm stuck in the first half. How do you get oh, R3. Use that button. Okay. That took way too long. Need the setting up part. Just randomize it. I don't really care. Random slow. Work on that. Now we need a range cleaner. Wow, range characters are rockets.
Decided by destiny. Delve into destiny.
That was dumb. Stupid. That was the Omega. Omega is the unbeatable choice. Die.
destiny.
Not bad, 1,000. I'll take it. Now my super duper powerful people. Oh, she's not ranged, is she?
Let me leave you a verse.
Neither is he. Oh, we need fire now.
Evil conquering, worthless. Worthless. Cheer. Useless. Cheer.
Time to go. Rain cut. It's a good night, sure.
Disappear. Cheer. Worthless. Cheer. Cheer.
Witness the power of Gowa.
Evil conquering, worthless. Cheer.
God's over. Rain cutter.
Come on, 2,000, we can do it.
Time to clear. Steady as
Aw. So close, 1988. I'm guessing 2,000 is gold. But, what's the difference here? If I say try again, do I pick a different one? Or is it the exact same one? It's the exact same, so let's get back out of here. I hit try again. Whoops. One down, 5 to go. Alright. Yeah, the gold, even though we were really close, was not that good. Anyway, so not too bad at all. Adjustments in 70. They gave me 70 for that? That's a pretty fast grade. Alright, here we go. We want swirl, so we definitely want our wind characters. And they're giving me all wind over here. Alright, let's start with you. You. Who else is waiting? I don't have it. I do have this one. You're not a wind, are you? We want ones that have big area of effect. You have an area of effect. You have an area of effect. give a heal because Chow will need that. At least you have that fire thing that shoots out, even though it takes a while. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, sweet gross. There we go. It's not reacting anymore. I think it seemed to have lost internet. This is interesting. I'm stuck with this character. Whoever. Too late. That was useless. I might have to redo that. Total failure. Can't do anything about that. Okay.
Clouds high, the birds call. New punch. You dare to gaze upon me?
Some target practice.
New punching.
Can you help our cute? I'm in the middle of a stream, so no. Ooh, bronze. I'm gonna try this. It's a big reward if you get silver, so I'm gonna go for that one.
We'll see about that. Here's Animal Model 75. That's okay. Stainless stone as a durable made wood.
A little better of effect damage. Better than the last one. Okay. Now the pros will get all the points.
Squad Fury. Know the place.
Another subject. That tingle.
How amusing. Clouds high. Birds come.
Another
Cry loud. A new hunt. Squad Fury. Following orders. Rocky today. New hunt. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Following orders. New
Some target practice.
One with wind and cloud. New hunt. Rocky today. Wretched bird.
There we go. Broke 1,000. Good work.
A new hunt. Following orders. The wind rises. Following orders. New hunt. Cry louder. Following orders. Following orders. Squad locking today. Top core.
Ooh, wrong direction. Alright, we'll take it. Silver. Next. 2 down. 4 to go. Oh, the biggest reward is actually bronze one. I thought it was the silver one. Oh, they're close. Alright, what was the reward? What are my goals for this one? This one is vaporize, overloaded, burning, and pyro. So fire plus water or electric. Or dendro. Or wind. Fire plus wind or electric. And we gotta choose you to heal Michelle. Got it, get it, got it, good. Alright. Anytime switching characters is involved, it's really necessary.
Inazuma shine down.
Retribution!
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Oh, one hit. Just gotta run around with this guy.
Shut it! Here!
Wrong button, that's okay. Good score.
Rain outlines your fate. Dead meat. Let's get it on. You asked for it. You're dead meat.
Don't be scared.
He's running out of gas. The guys are just getting bigger and bigger.
Gloves off. Buckle up.
Let me leave you a verse.
You asked for it. Let's get
Weird,
it
they have
on.
two buttons that do the exact same attack. Really want to do that one. Alright, we broke 1,000. Pumpkin's still sleeping. Character just walked by you guys. 3 down, 3 to go. Alright, what was the goal for this one? Quicken, which means electric and dendro. What would water do? Nothing. Alright, here goes.
Don't need justice is served. Your penance is due. Guilty.
Another test subject. That tingle.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned.
It's nice to have these, learn about these experimental things with these events. It's just a easy to switch characters. I wish there was a character you could turn two elements on or something.
Another test subject.
Switching characters takes like a second. It takes like a second to choose to switch.
You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Or you can just use it. Either reactions or just a jump. Come on over here, boys. Oh, quicken your death. Watch this.
Your penance is due. That's close enough. Lament. Cheer. Worthless. Cheer. Your sins weigh upon your soul.
That guy died very aggressively. Alright, we went Dendro and Electro. She's the Dendro bubble. Alright, you guys take it too long. Just how about overloading? I know you have a good bars, but
Stand with me.
Burning kids.
Out of my way.
who needs doors? You got Tila, he's like so much stronger than everybody else.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
every time she does it, she gets like backwards. She gets knocked backwards. You need that. Her attack is like a knockoff down.
Out of my way! Stand with me!
Kids,
Hey, she did fall backwards. Not every time, I guess. I think everybody else gets sort of an invincibility when they do a spell. And she didn't, or she didn't all of those.
Grow, grow, grow!
kids.
Whoa, we almost broke 2,000. Getting there. 1760. Crushed it. Special reward. 2 levels bonus. Two left. Wait, what was the reward for this one? This one is frozen. Opponents have defense decreased. So frozen is slightly encouraged. I'm not a big fan, so I'm not gonna work too hard on that. We want water and ice. Okay, our best ice character on the planet. I guess you guys will do your frozen thing. And I'll just pick these guys. She's like a cheat code. Need water. Guess we'll do our regular power. Skipping you, sorry, character. Layla or whatever your name is. Let's go.
Take flight!
This is a Yaka warrior too. Sangana Mia, Kokomi, and Ayaka are incredibly overpowered. See, the water on water is this ice character is awesome. Defense down, goodbye. Ranged water power. She's like the first water character that actually does some damage. And she's a good healer. So I will never have any problems dying.
Embrace the ice! Take flight!
Her regular attack is really strong. It's because it's frozen. Frozen just to tap on the brain.
Whirling snow!
So she's got permanent frozen on all attacks.
Sunburst swirl!
think they purposely put this one to try to get you to like want your soda. Spend all your primos to get. That's it. 816. All I did was frozen on that one.
Written in the stars.
Look at you, Boomtail.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Worthless.
Another test subject.
Useless.
As a good knight should. Steady as stone.
Another test subject.
Decided by destiny. Shadows of
Special.
Taste of my hammer. Lament. Worthless. Worthless. Stay right here. Worthless. Here.
Look at you, Boomtail.
fate is upon you.
That's it. That's following up.
That took way too long.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned.
Feeling lucky today.
Written in the stars. Delve into destiny.
No.
Can't handle your drink. Huh, think this is fully made?
Lament. Here. Worthless. Worthless. Here.
We'll take it. This one we want Quicken, which is electric and water, or electric and dendro. I don't know, whichever ones I give you. Yeah, dendro. Let's do spells in the first one. They're gonna give me our. Oh, I can't choose here twice. Shucks. All right, let's go. guy's fast.
As you wish, mein Fräulein. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
The prophet of elimination. Here we are. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Retribution! Spring forth!
Thin wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day.
Seem to have lost our momentum. It's an uphill battle.
Shadow Raven.
Nope. Not very many points. Be lucky to get these ones. Might have to redo it.
Worthless! Here! Here! Boring! Worthless! Worthless! Here! New punishment! Feeling lucky today!
As a good knight should. Leave it all to me.
Wow, we got it.
New punishment!
Didn't expect that.
Lament! Here! Here! Worthless!
Here comes the catch.
Hey, we broke 1,000. Yay!
Game's up. It's over.
Disappear!
We'll take it. Alright, silver. Next. Double check, make sure we got them all. Yes. Good enough. Alright. We already finished this one, that was last time. This was a brand new one. So this one just started. Do a quick start. They want me to finish a bunch of Archon quests that we haven't even gotten to yet. I'm sure we know what's going on. This is an area I've been to, so. Old friends, new game. I'm gonna double check and see on the wishes or dreams or whatever you call it, to see if we have enough primos to do to try to get Kamisato Ayaka. Because we need a strong base character and child doesn't count. It's just a child. We do. Let's try it. Not for her. She's powerful, but she's better. Purple. That's the purple of Favoni's sword from the beginning. That's pathetic. We need one more. Oh boy, another deal. Oh. Alright, we need 10 more. I think we can afford 10 more. To do those, feel sorry for me. Nope. Ooh, we can level her up. XL. That's not bad. He's a good backup fire character. Can always dream. CXL, where'd you go? Oh, there she is. Why is she all the way on that side? Deep Fry. Pyronado up 3 levels. Hey. That's a useful one. It's really useful for Abyss. Long way down. I don't put any guardrails or anything. It says new stall. This looks familiar. We've done this one. Golden Comet and Silver Companion. We meet again. As spirited as ever, I see. You look quite spry yourself. Hania and Balfour too. Fancy running to both of you here. Well, back to the point then. What are you two doing here? If my mind still remembers correctly, this was where we could get those floral jellies. Ah, you are two great heroes. Your voices alone swell my confidence greatly. Well then, I shall proceed to give my report on the results of our work. Previously, the two of you declared that the Malotala Cup Beast Tamers Tournament should be suspended for time while the Academia improves the design of the Wisdom Word. I believe the two of you are still waiting for notice concerning that. Yeah, that's right. Layla, Sina, or the researchers responsible should inform us if there's any progress, right? Not that you'd understand their technical jargon much. Not that I have a lot of suggestions for that. No. Well, that's kind of how it is. We wouldn't be much help. We'd probably hinder them, really. Ah, how meticulous, how forbearing of you. I, for one, particularly brim over with excitement when I consider the grand schemes from the previous tournament. So I attempted to ask some of the related Academia staff recently to get some details. In other words, if any practical production will take some time yet. However, the once heated discussions around the first iteration of the event are decreasing by the day, and the tournament itself is being forgotten. Even if slowly, we cannot allow the influence of the previous event to be wasted. As such, I've teamed up with Ms. Hania here to organize a thematic event. What does thematic event mean exactly? Is that what these fungus-shaped pieces on the table are for? That's right. Mr. Balfour has been looking for sponsors as part of organizing the next tournament, and he has even sought to learn some marketing skills from Leeway. While doing that, he encountered a certain game known as Theater Mechanicus. Subsequently, he bought the Samara franchising rights for that game and put together an all-new game with me as a consultant. We call it Fungus Mechanics. Fungus Mechanics? Huh? Let Paimon guess, are we going to take command of various shrooms to duke it out with some machines? Aha, you are quite insightful, Silver Companion. Got it in one. It is my belief that this game is easy to understand and promote and has great potential that's worth exploring. If we can successfully market it as a spin-off of the Beast Tamers Tournament, we can allow the latter to stick in people's minds in the long term. That way the next tournament we hold will attract a large audience and a larger pool of contestants. Of course, this can only go ahead with your permission. After all, you have the final say on how the tournament will be organized. I think it's worth a shot. Well, neither Mangler nor Paimon really know all that much about doing business, but Paimon thinks you've got a good point there, Balfour. You and Hania have been working on this together, and Paimon believes in the two of you, so go right ahead. We haven't played the game yet. Paimon bets that loads of people will love it. Wonderful. Since the two of you have agreed, I can go ahead and promote Fungus Mechanics. The game is in its testing stages at the moment. We still need to invite people to play test it and collect their feedback so they can make further improvements. I'm sure that you, who've surely encountered all manner of popular games throughout Teyvat, will come up with the best suggestions of them all. Let's do it, Mangler. It's one of our strongest points after all. Why do I get the feeling you're commanding me to... Alright, Golden Comet's about to start. But before that, Paimon's got a question for you, Nia. Do you mean to ask about Bongo Head and the others? That's right. Paimon misses our shroom buddies. How are they doing? Do not worry. They're doing great and living carefree as can be too. Whirly Whirly and Blitzara are currently staying at my temporary residence in northern Port Ormos. One of the previous contestants is taking care of them. Bongo Head and Kindlejoy are nearby. If you'd like to Silver Companion, you can go play with them. Nearby, you say? Well, then Mangler Paimon will go look for Bongo Head while you play test for you. Alright? Off you go, off you go. Well then, let's not lose any time. Come, Golden Comet. The early test build of Fungus Mechanicus is ready for you. Not yet attempted, ordered, try. Most basic and learn the fundamentals, clear and simple match. The goal is to defeat all Mechanicus. Got it. Oh, so they're gonna slowly. So we're just probably doing the very first one. They only let you have 2. Stage seems to contain Mechanici that cannot withstand a vaporized reactor. Attacking with Hydro and Pyro should do the trick. Start or stand by? I guess start. We shall see how this goes. During Fungus Mechanicus, these teamers must direct their little fungi to defeat all the Mechanici. Your little fungi will automatically choose the nearest Mechanicus to attack it, and you can use white indicator lines to track the current target each little fungus has selected. At the same time, the opposing Mechanici will each target the little fungus closest to it, an intention that can be seen via red indicator lines. Use a controller to or directly press the little fungi on the field to switch between fungi you control. Pick any spot in the field or an opposing Mechanicus to direct your little fungus to move to that spot or start attacking the Mechanicus. Use Marvelous Gels to instruct the little fungi to unleash powerful skills. You will regain Marvelous Gels over time. Additionally, you can use Plauditory Protection on the field to obtain additional Marvelous Gels. Certain skills must have a target selected before they can move. Press the avatars directly to switch between the ones you control. Press and opposing Mechanicus turns. This is new. I just pushed a few buttons and they said I won. How was it, Golden Comet? How did your first taste of the Fungus Mechanicus gameplay go? Judging by your expression, I suppose you haven't come to a conclusion yet. I only went for one round after all. I need to conduct further tests. That is true. For this little test content, it is indeed rather difficult to judge the strength and flaws of Fungus Mechanicus. Don't you worry, Miss Hania. I will be here for a while, and we'll have one new stage for you every day, 7 in total. Moreover, whenever you have the time, you'll get the opportunity to test those stages. Although you are the overall overseer of these matters, this game was something that Ms. Hania and I came up with on our own accord, so that this is an expenditure of time that lies outside your plans. As such, a fee will be provided to you for your service for the render. Ah, well, I don't say no to that. Haha, very straightforward. I like it. I've applied for the 2 fungi to be furnished with sufficient residence privileges and still be here in Port Ormos throughout the testing phase. Paimon can spend more time with Bongo Head too. Can't wait. Haha, yes. You should go see Bongo Head as well. It misses you, you know. Bring this with you. You can feed Bongo Head and you enjoy with it. It's their favorite one. Other dragons from pets feed. Talk to the shrew. Getting. Come on, Bongo Head. Let's play a clapping game. Come on, Kindlejoy. Let's dance with Bongo Head. We've gotten pretty familiar with Kindlejoy, but he still can't quite communicate as well as we can with Bongo Head. You're a real happy bee, eh, Paimon? You're here, Mangler. How are things going with the trials? Test period's still be on for a while. Ooh, so Hania and our shroom buddies will be here for a while, huh? That's great. I was planning to ask you to stay here for a day, so spend more of our quality time with fungi. But it looks like we can hit 2 birds with 1 stone, testing Fungus Mechanicus and playing with our shroom buddies at the same time. You have a good carefree time with them. That was great. Like, my worries have flown away. Well, I'll go ahead, Kindlejoy. See you tomorrow. I can see if there's another level. There are more levels open. Okay. Several more. Oh boy. They make recommended water and Geo, and I do not choose them. Alright, I'm about to lose one. I think my water one just died. Or my electric one just died. There's nobody here. Oh, triangle, circle. Okay, so I am doing it, but I'm not confirming. Alright, I get it. You move around, you throw spells. I was just kind of moving them around to gather those thingies and then launching the spells, and you have to memorize the buttons for it. Weird. room I can't clean. Alright, this one they want Raya. They recommend both fireworks. Fire goes good with electric, although it dies quick. Got it. Says I did all three. Don't let two die. I didn't let any die either time. Okay, next. This one is Hydro Shields. They'll be creating Hydro Shields, so I need ice. Okay, how about wind? And water, ice. Ooh, who knows? Denver. Let's see what Denver looks like. One down. Oops. I told him to do the Hydro Shield right over the Hydro wave. Look at that, ice in the middle. That's fun. My water. You're letting me get these things growing up too fast. Crushed it. Awesome. Alright, well that's it for now reward-wise. Where should we go next? We can continue. I think we should go try to continue our regular Archon quest. We got a little bit of time, so let's get that while we do that. Otherwise we'd play cards and stuff, so. Meet up with Naida. This is like a triumphant hero.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right? That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Naida?
We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity. Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world. Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Don't you feel like something is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's just a little too quiet around here.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
It's not nighttime.
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though. Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace. I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
It's like the fifth story. Top of everything.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Samira City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
She froze them all.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Thought we were gonna fight him. And then I was gonna say I didn't have my best people on my team.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She can jump between mines. Hopefully she'll be fine.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of the problem.
Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But
We need to find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help.
She'll find us.
Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's go find someone else who might be involved.
You mean...
Let's go find Tenari.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia forest? That has to be the same project! Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Two things. Adventure takes courage, and then the other one. Let's... Oh, that one just got unlocked. I see. She was involved. No, she was not. No, I don't have nearly enough for this. I was thinking I could probably squeeze out. 160, right? For... Yeah. I need 1600. I'm close. I might be able to get another one. I did not mean this what I meant. Oh, walking distance. Floating distance. Let's switch our team real quick too, because I don't want to get stuck with these.
Hold it right there.
Ruh-roh.
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast from the Academia?
Yeah, sounds like the doctor.
But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui, might be taking advantage of the Academia's resources.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up, traveler!
Following orders. Verdict
By royal decree! Booba, get them!
And try out her new spell we just upgraded.
Eat this!
Oh. This try it.
Take that!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, puppy dog. There gonna be more? There are more.
Reveal thyself!
probably won't be long before we'll see more of them.
Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tighnari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Anyway, let's keep going. Alright, official. Where the something or other they were trying to tell me to shoot. I think it's this. Look at that. I figured out a trick.
Destiny has brought me him.
Alright. Achievements. We figured out my trick. And party
I
setup.
created another universe and found it.
You back.
You called?
Official, we're going you out.
Just what will we come
We'll just go
across
with
this time?
tower. We should get swap these. Find Tighnari. It's Dodonies. Sag. Wiggling tail. Take good care of the good doggy squad. Oof. Thank you for taking care of the people here. Oof. Gave me 4 roses. Wow. First time of them having talking to a dog. Not petting quite yet, but just talking to it.
In the next interview, I think I'll start with really study the rainforest survival.
You guys look frozen in place.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
You're sick again.
Chloe! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Chloe!
Seems like curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tighnari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tighnari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? What? Isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tighnari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
He didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tighnari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tighnari once spent a long time conducting research of Partis DI. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tighnari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Partis DI.
Please take care of yourself.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tighnari, please send him my regards. Got it. Will do. See you later, Kali.
Catherine is busy completing a different quest. Okay, so we have to figure out that quest. Adventure takes courage. Wow, she's blocking lots of quests. How complicated is that? Okay, let's do this one. This one popped up earlier here. Hi, Catherine. Hello, Catherine. Greetings. You both look great today. Are you here to take commissions or deal with other affairs? Why are you both staring at me? Is there something of significance that you would like to inquire about? No. We just want to take commissions. Understood. You seem like a seasoned adventurer already. You can say that. You must be well acquainted with the Adventurer Guild way of operation. Therefore, I won't waste your time going over it. If you have any questions for the guild, please feel free to ask me at any time. Please pitch in with the commissions in Sumeru City. Outstanding adventurers like you will surely be of great help to the people here. Safe travels, traveler. Ad Astra Abskask. Now Sumeru is added. Okay, good for her. There's a new guide thing. Am I allowed to take that? Yeah. That is what I was going to do. Okay. You have arrived. There she is.
Wait! Look alive!
Naida.
Thank goodness you're okay! We were so worried about you!
You are Naida, right?
Hey! This was supposed to be a touchy reunion, but you're ruining the moment! Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Naida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I agree.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Naida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people alright? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean reading information into their minds. Instead, he did something close to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. Whew. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Naida with us.
Mind jump. She calls it that? That's weird.
Just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds?
Position will only get worse with time.
Ugh, it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's Dion? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Enter Paris. Or Paris. Paris. The big glass room.
Traveler? It is you!
Long time no see.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pari Corner Life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
I'm really happy for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Why you're shivering?
That sounds incredible!
Actually, we're here for Tainari.
Oh, alright. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
Believe her, Naida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit boards with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth.
It's a
I
traveler
will
guy.
scrub away every last trace of human emotion.
Hat here. So,
Then I will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Whoa. This is neither Greater Lord's consciousness nor King Deshret's consciousness.
Did we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
She's got the funny microphone too.
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how
Snap
I
out of
always
it.
thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Ooh. The same at the beginning of the game, reaching out. Found it.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
It's me.
at your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time she didn't transfer her mind into my body. Our minds swapped places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Yeah.
Then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
In a bubble.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore."
Oh, it's a bubble that he's
But
controlling.
even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Here we go with the moon and illusions and lies again.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Sarasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
That's where the bubble is. It's in a code that only we know. Can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
The moon refers to Nahida herself, starlight to the people of the desert, illusions and lies to the Academia's plans.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
Yeah.
But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's
I was gonna say that's
curiosity
all
doesn't
right.
need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what the project is about. I just received some new intel.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
I saw the nascent god under construction. Hypatia also showed us a so-called divine consciousness. You describe what you saw when you exchanged consciousnesses with her.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but But I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
But Fatui is also behind some of this. Fatui may have fanned the flames.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Ribat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
The god gazes back. Caravan Ribat. Here we go, entering the desert officially. Unofficially, we went and found a bunch of save points the other day, by the way. We'll notice that it'll be faster to travel. I just went from waypoint to waypoint. I call them save points, they're not really save points. Waypoint. I just ran past it and turned them on. Nothing much. The desert's big and it keeps growing, like every update gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
We finally made it to Caravan Ribat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is indeed quite impressive.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
I'll hate them.
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Eliakim.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Akhbar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Haytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
Situation's a little complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
The Taj Mahal made of a rock. Heads up. It's Sino.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I've been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. That doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
He does have it. We saw him in a previous video grab it.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes Amatra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormuz?
I stole it from him, so you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dea. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Ooh, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
They get dust storms in Arizona sometimes. I remember that.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Sardines?
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself?
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Still too early to trust him completely.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Alhaitham was. The sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contain one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that. Is that enough to prove his innocence?
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
I almost did too.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
For a while, the winds begin to calm.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. Alright, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Like Harvey or anything.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is almost something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Scatter! Propagate!
I might die because they're bleeding. I'm not damaging them at all. I need electric. I don't have it.
Is that all you've got?
Steady as stone.
Hey, got one.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Leave it all to me.
What's that little ticker on their heads? I don't know what
As a durable made home.
it's. Alright.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Yeah, there were.
Huh? Who are you?
We're all hurt.
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Pleasure to meet you.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, And sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tainari also brought this up before. Hypatia was nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. You'll be fine, Day, and the others are here.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Stage inspiration, sign us and much.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the mad scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, The people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
Must have been Naida.
I would think so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continue to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
The Mad Scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once not long ago. We saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past, said the first one.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I wanna find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino.
Alright. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
I'll catch up.
Why are they sending me in this direction? It's clearly the other way. Let's say trust my timing. As you approach the house, Sino asks him to Isaac to wait nearby.
Super vigilant. Is this what all the Mantra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Most of Grandpa was probably Naida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. From the look on Sino's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up! Let's go find your grandpa!
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the Mad Scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Someone needs assistance.
Jabbar.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy! Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh?
What's wrong, Cyno? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I'm no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Yikes. Cyno sounds scary.
That scared Paimon half to death. Cyno is pretty terrifying.
Ah, I just said that. Good thing I'm not one of your enemies.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we could check the scholars' homes?
Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Follow Isaac. Okay, so I'm supposed to be following him, but I think I don't know how much longer this is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. Let me just double check and see if anyone else is on.
Join the Aramites and embrace
It appears that I don't see anybody else right now. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just pop off to the end screen. Alright, well, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you either tomorrow or next week, hopefully. Have a wonderful weekend, and talk to you later.